Okay, so we're going to do another very quick update in reference to H2O processing, the press release that went out. As many of you know by now, we've signed a contract, or H2O signed a contract with Bellows Operating to treat crude oil, not only on behalf of that company, but their clients. It's going to be about 1,500 barrels a day initially. Contract stipulates nothing less than 1,000 barrels a day. The expectation is based off of existing production. They will ramp up to about 8,000 barrels a day as we, or H2O, delivers new equipment on site, which will increase their capacity or abilities to treat more contaminated crude oil. So at the time frame in which this is going to be happening is going to be over the next several months, because it takes time to bring in the raw materials, get certain things manufactured for the equipment, assemble that, and then deliver that to site. It's about 8 weeks or so to do a unit, and we could do multiple units simultaneously, so it's not 8 weeks per each unit. We're not, I should say, we're not going to do one at a time, or the company won't do one at a time. The next question everybody was asking me is revenues. We're not going to do revenue guidance here, but what I will say is that the initial production is going to yield around about $250,000 you can count on a month, roughly estimated. As we ramp up to the higher volumes, then you're looking at about $1.3 million a month, and that's where we get the projected numbers, about $15 million a year. That is a renewable contract. We don't expect anything to change with that contract, and that's based off of the existing regulations or guidance that were being given within industry. So, you know, when you look at the limits that the refineries are placing, the limits on iron content within crude oil that the refineries are placing, we are told that those are in place indefinitely as of right now. So this is going to be an ongoing issue and a challenge that many producers are going to have to figure out a way to overcome. Currently, they're blending down, they're trying certain chemicals, all very, very expensive processes, along with even doing what the refineries previously done, which is what they call cracking the oil, heating. There's a whole refinery process. It's very dirty, and it is very it's not cost effective. It's expensive. It's also it costs a lot of time. With us, we're cleaning on demand. So, and we're in the process of getting this word out on this technology, not only refineries, but the other oil producers. And that's something we'll get into a little bit later in the video here. People have asked me about the update on water treatment contracts. We're going to get into that into another video. We are progressing with that. There should be no reason that anyone would expect us to not be progressing. Just as a point of reference, when you drill for oil, especially in Texas, you bring up a lot of brackish water that has to be treated. So that never went away. That is still an existing issue, and it is one that we are currently addressing. I'll get into that in a video. We'll get into some other announcements after some press releases go out. So currently we are working with several oil producers, mostly within Texas. We are going to expand into other areas, but mostly within Texas, to finalize contracts and get them the equipment they need for their specific sites. These are mobile systems. I think we've gone over this in the past. I'll address it real quick. A full-scale system is a full tractor trailer, a semi-truck, and about a 40-foot, 5-foot trailer, and that truck has the capability of treating the crude oil and removing the iron on site. These systems can be automated, but we have a service agreement with Bellows Operating, our strategic partner, to maintenance that equipment, operate the equipment, and also if there's any issues with servicing, they are now licensed to do that, and they will also deliver equipment to the customer on site within Texas. So that's thus far has gone very, very well. And as far as where we are as a public company, so H2O is obviously a subsidiary. We did get some questions on the future, asking for projections. Again, I'll give revenue guidance in the coming weeks. A lot of changes are being made, and a lot of things have been implemented to better position us for 2023. So I know that many would like news on a weekly basis. That's not going to happen. I've said this before. We are implementing things. We're probably a little off target as far as the calendar, because we had a couple delays with supply chain, had some issues. I think I mentioned this previously with the demo equipment. The demo equipment is a very small trailer, just proof of concept, proof of the technology, so that we can demonstrate that. We're past that stage now, where we've proven that we have the capabilities, or the H2O has the capabilities to treat the oil, and now we're moving on to delivering the full-scale system. So that we're probably behind, or were behind. Now we're on calendar, but we were probably behind 3 to 4 weeks, somewhere in there, and we've gotten caught up. And these delays, I know, are frustrating. They're frustrating for me, and they're frustrating for everyone else here. But we are where we are now, and we are moving forward. So everything's progressing quite well. And as far as some of the questions we've got on water, I think it'd be better to leave that for the future. I say the future, you're talking a matter of weeks. So this isn't something that's getting kicked down the road by months or quarters. There's a calendar that we're keeping right now. The holidays obviously will affect some of that timing. So I've pushed a few things as far as announcements to January, but everything's going very, very well. And I will take this opportunity to commend the team over at H2O and Osifix. By the way, they have done a phenomenal job. And I remind everyone, keep in mind, including Osifix, they've brought things to market that did not exist before. They're solving problems or challenges that have been unable to be addressed until now. So these solutions are being delivered to market. Obviously, there's a revenue upside for each company, but as from a technology standpoint, and as the chief executive of the public company, the IP they're bringing forward and the impact they're having within their respective industries is significant. And I would say the same thing that I would commend the team over at the Dreaming Company with Hygieia, the Hygieia team there. They have managed to streamline and create, production and build in efficiencies where now they're able to deliver more product within a package that they previously had to pay more for at either the same or lower price. That is delivering value to the retail customers, and this is something that everyone is working across the board, not just bringing out new technologies or new products, but also making it where it affects the customer in a positive way. We're bringing more value. Some of these products I know can get a little pricey, but they're very high quality products, and obviously the sales reflect the satisfaction that the people have, or the customers have with that customer. So all the companies across the board are doing a fantastic job. So I just take this time to congratulate them. I know everybody here watches my videos. Believe me, I get all the comments internally. So, but anyway, I'm glad I had the opportunity to speak with you. And there should be another video coming out in the next week or so, very, very shortly, as well as some of the other press releases that we have scheduled. Hope everybody's doing well, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Thank you.